Hey guys, so today is actually Sunday. It's not even Tuesday. Wow, I look like I have no soul because of this freaking lighting. Like, no soul? I'll take them off so I'll be less distracted. My center, close enough. So basically what this video is, if you read the title, because that's how you find YouTube videos, and if you're such a dumbass, I basically said months ago that I never wanted kids, that I dislike children, don't want them, never plan on having them, right? So now that months have gone by, I'm 15 now, not 14 or 13 when I recorded this video, don't actually know, but I've rewatched it, and I've come to the conclusion that I do want kids now. And it's absurd to me to think in my head like, oh my god, this horrible woman wants to bring kids to the world, but that's still not the case. I don't want to bring them to the world. I don't want to physically have them, if that makes any sense in the English language. I don't want to give birth to them. I don't really believe in that way of kids. To this day, it's like, if you watch the video, I've commented on it before saying that I don't want to have sex so children can be made. If I do have sex, it's because I want to, and it's for me, not for baby making. But basically, I've come to more of a reasoning to why I don't want kids. And I'm going to give you the reasons now. Again, but in a more grown-up way, in a less meaner way. I'm just going to say it in the nicest way possible. So, in the video I did say, I don't want kids of any form, but now I've come to the conclusion that I do, because I've been hanging out with a lot of kids, like not hanging out with them, babysitting, being with my niece, loving them, and I realized that it's a beautiful thing at their age, when they're like 1, 2, or 3, or 4, that you influence them. Me as a young adult can influence a child and show them that, hey, this world is such a great place for you. And it's not that I want to lie to these kids, because I do, at the time, when I recorded the old video, I hated this world. I wish I wasn't here. I wanted to die and a lot of stuff. And why? You must be asking. Because the world is so fucked up. It's full of fake people and just less opportunities and just problems, you know? But now that I've grown up, I do know that the world is a sucky place, but I do know that you have to see the bright side to everything. You have to stay positive, no matter the situation. And I do want to have kids, but I want to adopt or foster or have to take care of somebody else's kids, because it's a beautiful thing. They've already been on this work. There's nothing I can change about them being here already, okay? That's what I'm saying. That I physically didn't make them. I did not purposely bring a child to a world that I don't agree with. But because these kids are here, I want to show them that we can make the best out of whatever the situation is. I want to show them how to grow up properly and show them manners and how to better the world, how to cure cancer, how to do anything they possibly can with their life, okay? And that's how I see it now. And if I can even foster 1 kid, 2 kids, it doesn't matter. Oh my god, can you not, camera? How many kids I can foster and teach a lesson to, that's all that would matter to me in the long run. That I've influenced a child's mind in the best way I possibly could, and that's why I was born on this planet. The other thing that has changed is now I understand why people do have kids. I realize that people have kids because they know that God put them on this planet to have kids. Guys, actually, the reason they are always asking for nudes and stuff is because God set their mind to have as many kids as they possibly can. And this was before, when like Adam and Eve was like a thing, you know? And the point was to make the world like a bigger place and to spread love. But now in 2016, we don't need that many kids on the world. But I do realize that people have kids because if you're a generous, positive, smart woman or male, you want your kid to have your genetics and to spread that. You know, if they're a smart kid, you want your kids. If you're smart, you want your kids to be smart and to spread that on and leave a legacy, if that makes sense. But for me, I am a very smart girl. I'm not going to even lie to you. But I do have very determining factors, as in I'm bipolar, I'm anemic, I have a lot of severe problems that are only cured with therapy and medicine. And all of my problems are genetic, which is the scary thing for me, because if I did have a kid, they'd most likely either come up with anger issues, bipolarism, anxiety, or depression, and I don't want that. But for other people, I do understand why you have kids. I do understand why you want to bring a child to this world and show them why you, like people at my church tell me this, they're like, I brought this child so I can show them about God and love and all of that, and I get it, I really do now, but I just don't want to. That's just, if I did that, I don't think I possibly could be as good as the others. My kid would have severe problems, and I know it's my fault because I have these problems, and I don't want them to suffer with that. But if I do adopt, foster, babysit, whatever the fuck I'm doing, nanny a kid, and they have these problems, I'm gonna love them just as much as I would if they were my kids, because my kids would be like them, if that makes sense. If I have a foster kid who has really like bad clinical depression, that's okay, because my kid would too, and I would love showing them that the world is better. I'd show them exactly what my therapist has shown me, that you can journal, you don't have to talk about it with anybody you feel uncomfortable with. We can homeschool. There's so many things you could possibly do to help your situation, and that's all that matters, you know? So I can come to the conclusion that kids aren't bad. I just don't want to give birth to kids. I want to have kids. I want to teach as much as I possibly can in my adulthood. Another thing that I've also learned and given to is kids do not deserve to be spoiled, but they do deserve to be treated. So what I'm saying is that, as for me, this year I've spent all my money on charity. And you're probably like, what the heck, Nikki? Why? You're like 15, you don't get paid that much. I really don't get paid that much. But I got into this company. If you look it up, if you've seen it on my Instagram, please look at it. It's wakesforkids.org, and it's basically like they pay me for like posting pictures or like sending my hair and stuff, which is what I'm doing in 3 years from now. But all the money that they're giving me is being sent back to them. They're like, no, keep your money. We know you're an independent woman who needs it. But I don't care, because I've had Christmas gifts before. I was not spoiled, but I was treated, and I've learned that money and stuff like that are still going to be in my life years from now if I work hard enough for it. So when you spoil a kid, they don't learn that. But when you treat a kid for good grades and just all the good stuff that they bring around, for spreading their love, for being in a good relationship, for whatever they do, you treat them. You don't spoil a kid for nothing. That's something big I've learned throughout the years. So if you do check out that Wakes for Kids, please tell me, because it makes my heart feel so warm inside and just happy. And yeah, this is not sponsored right now. My Instagram is, but like, again, all the money I get from it is being sent back to them, because that's just how I view it. I've learned a lot of things about kids, and I plan on making a different video just dedicated especially to how I would want to raise my kid. But this is just me telling you that I am gonna have kids someday. If it worried you, if you cared even the little decency about me, that I've changed my mind and I don't hate children anymore. I love you guys, and the link will be in the bio for that kids thing. Bye!